Vinicius Junior to Arsenal. Is this actually happening? Because what Real Madrid just did behind the scenes changes everything. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly where this deal stands and why it's more complicated than the headlines are making it sound. Let's start with why this story exploded in the first place. Vinicius Junior's contract talks with Real Madrid have stalled. This is a player who spent 8 seasons at the Bernabeu, finished runner-up for the Ballon d'Or, and is considered one of the most electric wingers in world football. And yet, right now, in August 2026, there is no new deal signed. In modern football, that kind of gap doesn't stay quiet for long, and it didn't. According to The Athletic's David Ornstein, one of the most trusted transfer journalists in the business, Arsenal are actively exploring a move for Vinicius should he decide against extending his contract with Madrid. This isn't some random rumor site. This is a source with a track record. Sky Sports backed this up, reporting that Arsenal are looking into a deal specifically to strengthen their left-wing attacking options this season. And here's where it gets interesting. Some reports go even further, suggesting that if Vinicius decides he wants out, personal terms with Arsenal could be sorted out relatively quickly.
Arsenal's position is that they, across the board within the club, feel that they could do it.
Now let's talk about why Arsenal specifically. This isn't a random move. Arsenal have spent the last few seasons building a squad that's competitive, but has occasionally lacked that extra layer of individual brilliance in the final third, the kind of player who can win a game on his own. Vinicius is exactly that profile. He's explosive, he's a matchup nightmare one-on-one, and he'd slot into a front line that's already dangerous. Arteta has been open about wanting to keep raising the ceiling on this squad, not just compete, but genuinely challenge for the biggest trophies in Europe. But here's where I want to pump the brakes, because a responsible breakdown of this story has to include the other side. Sky Sports pundit Jay Bothroyd has said flatly that this move won't happen, and his reasoning comes down to money. Vinicius is reportedly on one of the highest wages in world football, and matching or coming close to that would be a massive commitment for any Premier League club, Arsenal included. Other reporting suggests that while Real Madrid have quietly opened the door to a sale, Vinicius himself would still prefer to stay at the Bernabeu if he can get the situation with his contract resolved on his terms. So what we actually have here is a genuine tug of war. On one side, credible reporting that Arsenal are seriously exploring this and that a path to personal terms exists. On the other side, real skepticism from pundits about the financial reality and suggestions that Vinicius's heart is still in Madrid. That's not me hedging to cover myself, that's literally the state of this story right now, and anyone telling you it's a done deal in either direction is getting ahead of the facts. Let's talk about what this would actually mean if it happened. Signing Vinicius Junior wouldn't just be a squad upgrade, it would be a statement signing. It would tell the rest of the Premier League, and frankly the rest of Europe, that Arsenal are no longer just building patiently. They're willing to go head-to-head with Real Madrid for one of their best players. That's a very different level of ambition than what we've seen from this club in recent years, and it would fundamentally change the pressure and expectation around this squad heading into the season. On the flip side, if it falls through, it's not really a loss for Arsenal. They weren't guaranteed this signing in the first place, and their transfer business up to this point has already strengthened the squad. The Vinicius story is a bonus scenario, not a plan A that everything hinges on. That's worth remembering before you get too emotionally invested either way.
It's gone very well, he said, meeting the new coach and the new players and training very hard. Mourinho wants me to be as I've always been, happy, cheerful, and that I play my football.
So where does this leave us? Right now, the honest answer is unresolved. Arsenal's interest is real and reported by credible sources. Vinicius's contract situation at Madrid genuinely hasn't been settled. But there's real financial and personal resistance that could kill this before it ever gets serious. The next few weeks, as we get deeper into the transfer window, should tell us a lot more. Here's what I want to know from you. If Arsenal can actually get this done, should they pay whatever it takes to bring Vinicius Junior to the Emirates? Or is this exactly the kind of overspending that gets clubs into trouble? Let me know your honest take in the comments. I read every single one. If you want to be the first to know when this story actually breaks, one way or the other, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. I'll be covering every update on this as it happens. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.